Okay, check. All right, should be live or recording, not live. Welcome to this, my first ever DM Dom6 multiplayer game. We are playing as EA Pyrene, like the Pyrenees, Pyrene. Yeah, that would probably it. We are the Gentile Thug Life. Once there was in the beginning there was chaos, now the wheel has turned again. Excellent. All right. It is turn 1. So, as is usual, there's not a ton to do. We spawn with a cave entrance to our thing. Okay, and we just have a cap circle. Alright. My cave is not very big. It's fine. My cave system is not very big. It's alright. But yeah, okay, so starting things off. Obviously we start in the cave layer, but let us go over who is who. I will pull up the player list so that I know who I'm talking about. Alright, we have Old One Eye for Makone, which is played by Artsenhaus. This is a game run on the GeneralConfusion Discord, by the way. So, Makone is Spartan Giants. They have really expensive mages that are not super efficient at research, or really anything, and expendable slave humans. Great Heaven Scales of Ermor, played by Wilfred. I think he generally said that he is playing with actual scales, which kind of makes sense. The Armor Sacred did not take the transition into Dom 6 very well with their big light cab and all. Excuse me, I'm recording this at 2 in the morning, so forgive me. We have the No-Eyed King of Femoria, played by Surprise Me. Tower Strength Stealer versus Death and Earth, maybe? Oh, I should have looked at the other skills. Makone was Vower of Sins, Friend of All. I think that's like nature or growth. That's probably Earth. Don't know what Devourer of Sins is. That's Death. That's growth. Okay, cool. Femoria, big air, big death, and now glamour. Alright. Disco Elf Elysium on Panshade or Garsamore. Which also in the running for one of the best names, the Shadowed Lord of Terror. That's probably Glamour, the hidden one. 3 Trees in a Trench Coat is in fact GeneralConfusion on Irminsul. That's where the name comes from, because we realized that Irminsul, because Irminsul is the national cap site of EA Old, and the Irminsul Pretender gives you both Irminsul and a site, the Grove of Irminsul. He gets 3 Irminsuls. We are, of course, the Gentle Thug Life. We have 3 pale ones in a bar. Walk into a bar, which is Prince of Nastral. That's High Dom. That's gotta be Glamour. I don't know what Teacher Philosophy is. Maybe Sloth. That's Dead Salmon. fighting words is Sestrar on Ubar. Jin. Fire, ever burning one is fire, probably. I don't know what the symbol of unification is. Why posing to assert dominance, establish dominance is Herdalas on his beloved Yomi. Lots of demons, free spawn, Emperor of Shadows. It's probably Death and Clamor, because I think I don't know, he said he was trying to get Awe. Oniros is on Satis with Scale Mary. The Most High, the Lord of Nature. Okay. That's nature. It's probably growth. And then Onsen Gigya only is Mormasil on Muspelheim. Water, Glamour, Turmoil? I don't know what that one is. I think maybe those two. Or Misfortune, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, so I'm actually not going to profit my chieftain here just because I don't really want to use the chieftain for much. His leadership is kind of terrible. He gives -1 morale, which is offset by all our guys having good morale, but still. He himself is undisciplined. So we're recruiting a Bebrix to take over. And yeah, so our important questions to cover are, well, what research should we start with? We started with Alteration 1. That's great. We want to get to Alt 3, I think. Personal Iron Skin. Where's Tempered Flesh? That's 4. Okay. And we started with Construction 1 too. That's also really good. So we can start making items. I do want enchantment 2 for the personal regen. Not that our big guys can cast it unless they random Earth Nature 2, but still. All right. I think actually it's probably better for him to sneak up into the surface. Plains in a river. I'd have preferred this to be a forest, to be honest. That is also plains in a river. Okay, I would have preferred a forest just because that means I could get my giants up there. Non-fort forests. Okay, never mind. I wanted to not be the fort. Woodside fort. Okay, that works. All right. Let's see. So my bless is, for the record, true sight, larger, and regeneration. We don't have our god yet, but our god is dormant, so it'll be waking up around turn 12. So I'll have regen online around when I can actually make use of it with my big sacred giants. So I kind of intend on expanding in the underground through the the age-old method of just spamming out little troops. My initial cave is kind of tiny, but that's alright. So it does mean I have to go out above ground really quickly, which is alright. But let's see. We have the crystal cavern here because I have the site generating immobile. I created my pretender on stream, and then I switched it to a different chassis. I switched it from the monolith to the crystal pillar, I think it's called, just because I wanted to. It ended up with the same paths, but I just wanted to use the new chassis that gave me a gen. So you know, might as well. Yeah. So in these so we have a bunch of air and earth gems per turn, which is great. So this means we can get to forging really quickly. Like my first Gen Teal, when he comes out, he can just start he will have multiple turns worth of forge gems worth of forge, especially because we have construction 1 already. So he can forge an ice sword or black steel sword probably, as well as like black steel plate, then like a shield, the kite shield, and so on. Like he can just make himself a set because he starts with he has a forge bonus, and so that'll be cool. And then we can switch over hopefully into Swerginas, who are really cool. Yeah, so see, Bless is larger, so the Swergina has 13 HP, as does, while our shamans here have 18. Our Gentiles have 94, so they're gonna be beefy boys. Alright, I think that is everything. So I will see you all in turn 2.